The autumn is a great time to experience the broad spectrum of colors the changing seasons can offer. It is also a great time to be inspired and make some beautiful art. We have Loi's cousin Grace here to help us make some art together.
Hi guys!
Usually the autumn comes along, families get ready for the new school year and do a bit of house cleaning. Grace, did you and Deloi find anything in your autumn cleanup?
We sure did! We found at least a bucket's worth of used and broken crayons. Instead of throwing these away, I thought we could use them for an art project. Do you think we could do that?
You know what? I have a wonderful project in mind, and it's inspired by the changing leaves of autumn. It's not that difficult, and it only takes about 20 to 30 minutes to complete. Do you want to give it a go?
Do I?
Good. We need to have some materials before we begin. Can you read this list to see what we need?
Sure. Old crayons, waxed or greaseproof baking paper, a clothes iron, colored card or construction paper, glue or a stapler, and last of all, a piece of old newspaper.
We also need an old potato peeler and scissors. Let's go find our materials.
Great.
Nom 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 nom.
Oh no! Someone has eaten all of the crayons. Now we won't be able to do our art project. Who would do such a thing?
That's all right, Grace. I have plenty of old crayons here for us to use.
Thank goodness!
Let's get started. First thing we need to do is to tear all the labels off the crayons. Tear all those paper labels off so we only have the wax to work with. Ten to 15 crayons should be plenty for our needs. Make sure to clean up all of the torn wrappers and dispose of them in the recycling bin. Next, we place a piece of wax or grease-proof baking paper on your work surface. If your paper comes off a roll, lay it down with the curved edges towards the tabletop to help keep it flat. As a guide, your baking paper should be cut a bit smaller than your piece of construction paper. With the help of a grown-up, carefully use the scissors or an old potato peeler to make the shavings from the unlabeled wax crayons. Spread the shavings over the piece of wax paper. Place another sheet of wax paper on top. Place the newspaper on top of that. Again, with the help of a grown-up, set the iron on the lowest setting. When it reaches temperature, carefully move the iron over the newspaper with an even pressure melting the wax between the pieces of grease-proof paper. It's important to make sure the iron isn't too hot, or all of your colors will run together. When you're confident that all the wax is melted and the iron runs smoothly across the newspaper, set this aside to cool. As it's cooling, use one of the leftover crayons to draw an outline of your favorite leaf onto the center of the construction paper.
I'm going to draw a maple leaf.
Cool! Make the leaf just a little smaller than the size of the melted wax. With the help of a grown-up, carefully use the scissors to cut the leaf shape out of the center of the paper. When you finish cutting and the wax is cool, place the construction paper over the area of the wax paper that you think best displays the melted crayon. Using whatever you have at hand, glue, a stapler, or transparent sticky tape, mount the grease paper to the back of the construction paper. Sometimes the wax paper is difficult to glue. If this happens, try an alternative method of sticking the wax paper to the construction paper. You can display your new artwork in a window, which allows the light to filter through the thinner sections of the wax, just like stained glass. Your autumn leaf art can stay with you long after the leaves of fall have blown away.
Thanks, Sienna. This looks great. I'm going to go hang it in my bedroom window right now. Bye, everybody.
Bye!